My name is Laura Lopez with the Texas Tech University Ethics Center, and we are meeting today with Coach Tubby Smith, who is the head basketball coach for Texas Tech. I have a few questions for you, so let me start with the first one. Is there any type of programming that assists with preparing student athletes for life after sport?
Well, we have a number of different programs within our athletic department. Through our life skills program, which is housed and run through our academic center, and so there are things that we do on a regular basis that our players are required to attend, whether it's on sexual harassment as a staff, as a team, whether it's on dating, it could be on alcoholism. So there are a number of different things and ethical issues that whether it's on honor code for the university, academics. So there's a number of different things that we've implemented that student athletes have to attend at some strategic point. And then as a coach, we reach out to maybe former athletes, whether it's pro players or maybe the NBA, the National Association of Basketball Coaches, has a program where they will send former athletes to speak to you. It may be on gambling, it may be on anything, it may be on agents. Right. So there are a number of ethical things that we try to do and moral things that we try, as well as what we teach through our regular, that you learn through athletics and through sports and competition.
Right. So you mentioned pro players coming to speak to college players. Is that through the academic center also, or is that just separate through your basketball program?
Well, it has been done through the entire athletic department. Kirby Holcutt, our athletic director, along with Marcia Sharp, and along with Coach Gerald Myers, they're involved with a program, a leadership program that exposes and allows our athletes to meet with people in a professional level.
Okay. How does the campus community impact a student athlete choosing Texas Tech over another institution?
Well, whenever you're going in a home or you're talking to parents, you're talking to potential prospective student athletes or students in general, you have to first be able to have a quality education. We have over 100 different degree programs, over 150 different degree programs that things you can major in a number of different, I think over 75 or 85 different graduate programs and a number of different doctoral programs. So we have that available wherever any other institution, unless maybe it's an Ivy League or the upper echelon. And that's what Dr. Nellis and our board of regents are trying to do, is make us a more research institution so we can compete with some of the major universities. And the opportunity, and most young people, most athletes that we're recruiting are at the upper echelon of their skills.
Right.
And that's why we're trying to recruit them, is because we know they have the athletic ability to play and earn a scholarship here at Texas Tech.
How does athletics partner with campus and the university for the sake of a student's education?
Well, first and foremost, when we bring a young man on campus, he's going to meet with the dean of a particular area he's interested in majoring in. We're going to try to have a meeting with our athletic director, Kirby Holcutt. We're going to meet with the president, Dr. Nellis. We're going to try to meet with the chancellor, Duncan. And we have students that graduate from Texas Tech are probably, I would say, in the top 2 or 5% of students that are hired or interviewed around the country.
What do you want parents to know when their sons select Texas Tech University?
That is a lifetime commitment. Coming to Texas Tech, you're going to be bleeding red and black. You're going to be supportive of the program, and we're going to be supportive of them the rest of our life.
What support does Texas Tech have for athletes to promote academic completion?
Well, we obviously have the Marcia Sharp Academic Center, who's run by Felicia Martin. She does a fantastic job. Her staff, Katie Chapman, who's our academic advisor to our players. We have access. Our players have access to the learning center, to computers, to tutors. All their needs are met. Not only that, but we have at the Fraser Pavilion is where our student athletes have their training meals, which is right next to the academic center. You know, we have mandatory study hall. We have a number of hours, and kids can, they can place in or out based on how they're doing academically.
How does Texas Tech respond to first-generation students to assist their transition into the university?
Well, I think they do a great job. We expose them, as we mentioned, some of the things we talked about before, but we try to, I think there's a number of different, especially in this day and time, we have a lot of minority student athletes, Black American student athletes, African American students that are on our team. We probably have 80% of our team, which we have 13 on the scholarship. So a lot of them are from single parent homes. You can't see a few of them. And then some of them are first generation where they're the first ones too. We all were taught the same values of what an education means to you. We had the same responsibilities, to do chores. Some of us didn't. Some of my brothers and siblings didn't, and that's the way life is. But we all were exposed to it. We all had an opportunity. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I'm impressed with Texas Tech is how they're reaching out to, whether it's Hispanics, African Americans, from all walks of life around the country. And that's impressive. And we have one of the largest Hispanic enrollments in the country here at Texas Tech, and it's just growing.
Okay.
I mean, those are areas I think that we can point to,
right,
that makes a difference, and I think is a good recruiting tool.
Especially for first generation
Yes,
students.
especially for first generation students. You can point to these student athletes, these students, period, that are doing well and being successful.
Do you discuss your academic expectations of athletes in your program?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I mentioned that we have a planner and we have goals, and when players come to meet with me, not just when they meet with me, we talk on a regular basis because I see them maybe daily. We have to, NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletics Association, that governs us, only allows us 2 hours a week to do training with our players on the court. We do strength and conditioning, and that's 8 hours a week, and 2 hours can only be on the basketball court training. So there's a lot of time for them to be exposed to other areas on campus. It's not all basketball, not all athletics. It's hard to fathom, and that's why we talk about it on a regular basis. What do I want to do with this degree? Am I in the right field? Is this what, if I do have a passion for what I'm made? If you don't, you're not going to do well in that particular program. So we try to, whether it's sending them to to have them speak with someone, whether they're speaking to a former student athlete or a former student here, whether in any walk, any field, maybe have them meet with an alum about if you're in human relations, or if you're in mass communication, or if you're in exercise and science, why are you in it? So that's the conversation I usually have, as well as monitoring on a daily basis. You have a paper due on Friday. What have you done? Where are you on this paper? And we don't do their work for them, but I think if they know that I'm involved and I'm aware of what they should be doing academically, then I think they're gonna, hold them accountable.
Right.
I can't hold them accountable unless I know what they're supposed to be doing. And then they have to report. They have to report their grades on a regular basis. If you have a paper due and you have a quiz or journals you're doing, and then Katie Chapman has that information. It comes to me and I can look at it.
What would you like to say to future students that will consider coming to Texas Tech?
I'd like to say to future students coming to Texas Tech, just give us a fair, shot. Just come take a look. I think once you visit our campus, and I tell my coaching staff, and we really believe if we can get them on campus, if we can get students to visit Lubbock, I think they'll fall in love with it. I did, and most of our student athletes have. I would encourage them to do your homework in evaluating what you're looking for and where you think will be. But I think if they give us if they're fair and give us a real honest look, I think they'll want to be a part of Texas Tech University.